Hello, this is Dom from Black Toad Studios and welcome to episode 58 of the 83rd Warhost. So for those who are new to the channel, what we do is we go off, we paint something new for the word bearer force, come back, talk about it and then pick something else. Slowly over time my force has turned from a small 2,000 points to a massive apocalypse army. So each time we do one of these episodes, the forces of chaos get a little bit stronger. So it's been 3 weeks since my last video. It's taken me a bit of time and I have luckily and proudly painted 10 possessed, which I'm rather proud of. So let's go and have a quick look at those. But first off, as you can see, I've come back from Fest. Absolutely great time, guys, meeting some amazing people. And making some new friends. It was a lovely time to go away and go and see what Games Workshop are doing. Really positive about 10th edition, and also from the leaks that the community have been getting. I think it's going to be amazing, especially for us Chaos players and especially for the word bearers. I am very excited about it. So anyway, let's go and have a look at some possessed. Here we are. Finally finished these guys. I'm really glad how they've turned out as well. So I've got 10 possessed here, all of course as word bearers. So I've got 2 kits, and the box set kind of gives you enough options to make them up, so they're a little bit different to the previous one. Obviously fundamentally the bodies are the same, the silhouettes are the same, but you can change the weapons on most of these guys here so they can appear slightly different, and backpacks and heads, etc. So you've got some options in the kit here. So I'm really glad how these guys have turned out. So let's pick this guy up over on this side. The greens I think have turned out very nicely. The bone, I watched a tutorial video for a nice change, and killer from the Great Unclean one, or from the Games Workshop one, and I think it turned out quite nicely actually. I'm very glad that I watched that. I hope there's another tool for the toolbox. They are brilliant models. They've got a nice size comparison with previous Marines. I'll put some more pictures up on Instagram. Go and check those ones out. Probably put a little video up on TikTok as well. But these are just such cool models. They've all got a little bit of character in there. And I definitely recommend them for anyone thinking of doing Chaos Space Marines, because they're just such bulk to them as well, which I don't think you necessarily get with a lot of the Chaos Space Marines. One of my favourites. I love this weapon. I've no idea what it is. So he's got that claw reaching out there. Quite a cool pose going on. And with the backpacks here, 2 of them had like flames coming out. So I had to tie that in with the rest of the army and do kind of the glowing blue flames coming off the back. So I think that's kind of popped quite nicely in contrast for the rest of the guy here. And I've got here. They're just so awesome. So on the greens, I did a tiny bit of very light dry brushing of, I can't remember if it was like a khaki colour or just an off-white, and then put the green glaze over it. It's looking quite cool. And of course there's a bit of weathering there on the coppers and the brasses, just to add there. And with this guy, I popped off the base material, just put an old crate in there as well, so it's a little bit different to the others. And with the base there, using sternum mud, dry brushing that and adding some little tufts in. So it's quite a very simple system I have there for the bases, but I think when they're all together, they just look awesome, don't they? There we go. Last guy here. They're very cool models, guys. Definitely get some if you can. But those are my possessed. I'm looking forward to having them in my tournament, also in Apocalypse games. I can't wait, because obviously now we can see with 10th edition where Land Raiders are going to be strong. I'm kind of seeing these guys jumping out of Land Raiders into the masses of Templars and hopefully ripping them apart. Fingers crossed. Hopefully Tom doesn't see this, but that's the plan. Put them all in tanks, charge them forward, kill Templars. It's a simple plan, but it's a good plan, I like to think. So that is that. Put your comments below what you think. Hopefully it's all positive. If not, I'm always welcome to a little bit of criticism. But yes, they are my possessed Marines. So there you go. Hopefully you like them as much as I did. Very enjoyable job painting them. Probably going to paint some more in the future. However, I'll leave it as 10 for now. So yes, lovely models. So glad I waited to get the new models rather than try and kit bash the old ones and come up with something myself. I don't think the Greater Possessed and the Forge World Possessed models that I've got would go amiss with them. So I can always bolster those squads up. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Also, well, I've painted Possessed. Now, what is next on the paint table, I hear you call? Well, let's go and have a quick look at that as well, shall we? So here we go. Next on the paint station, Terminators. Yes, of course. It was inevitable these guys were going to come because they're such awesome kits. I really like these guys. It was a pleasure to make them. So I made this up to be either 2 squads of 5, pretty much identical loadout. So they've got the accursed weapons in here. We've got a couple of combi flamers in each of the squads. The champions have got a chain fist and a combi melter. I haven't got the heads here. The heads are I've been keeping them separate because I like to paint those separate, and I think try and put a bit of detail on there. And I've got 2 heavy flamers in here as well. And these heavy flamers are so cool. They're nice and compact, and they're pretty threatening weapons. There's lots of flame weapons going on in this squad here, and I think they're going to look absolutely amazing in word bearer colours. The only thing I'm a little bit apprehensive of at this point is doing all the trophy racks. I'm not a big fan. However, as you've seen from doing my Possessed, I think I'm getting used to doing the bone and skull effect. So I'm willing to give that another go, and I think with the skulls, hopefully it should make them look quite nasty. Tried to resist doing any mutations on these guys, so it's very straightforward armour. And I'm really hoping that my current scheme for the word bearers works quite well for these particular models. Nice sort of kind of like loincloths going on there. I'm trying to work out what colour I'm going to do those. I did a lot of the ones on Possessed like brown, so a bit more undivided. However, I'm thinking maybe purple, because the purples tend to look quite cool with the reds. But yes, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, these Terminators are such awesome kits. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. And that, my friends, is the Terminator part of the army. I really want to get more of these guys at some point. However, for now, I'll do 10. And then we'll see how we go. So there we are. 10 Terminators. I'm doing everything in 10s now, guys. So I will go and paint those Terminators. I've played them once, unpainted, to try out my list. Awesome stuff. Just using the standard buffs on them, which I can go through in the next video once they're painted. And yeah, I'm really excited. They're lovely sculpts. They're so much nicer than the old ones. So I'm looking forward to painting them up and seeing what I can do with them. I've got about a month to get them done. Fingers crossed I can do that, guys. I'm doing it for you as well as for myself. So keep our fingers and toes crossed. But that is pretty much it for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen today. If you have, please give us a like and a subscribe. Remember to check out the link below for Goblin Gaming to get your hobby stuff there. We don't charge anything for our content, and it's always nice to use the affiliate link, buy yourself or your friend something, and also put a tiny bit of money back towards the channel. So guys, until next time, this is Dom from Black Toad Studios. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Take care.